Can see you. Peekaboo. Welcome to the show. Trev the Rev. I know Vicar. Conchunga to everyone who's watching this show. Welcome to the show. What I'm trying to say here is, welcome to the show. Well. To start off, we have to do the usual progressible lines. If you enjoyed the show, please hit that like button. If you want to see more of me and you haven't done so already, smack on that subscribe button. And when you want to be told when I'm coming on air, do this madness that goes in my mind, ring that bell. Ring that bell. Ring the bell. Ding dong. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. Dong. A bell. And honestly, the best thing you can also do to increase viewers is tell your friends about it. Tell them about it. Tell them about the show. Because the more people I will get, the more I can go. Yeah, there you are. That's my bad singing out of the way. My terrible bad singing out of the way. And I'm not expecting people watching this live will admit saying that. I'm saying this on saying this. And why am I not saying it? Because the weather outside is gorgeous. It's really sunny out there. And I'm expecting people to be by the seaside, Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. Oh, I do like to be beside the sea and D and E and F and G and H and all those letters. An echo in the background I can hear. Is that an echo or someone joining in? Someone was joining in. She's expressing the smile in the background as I do this. So, start the show off. You know what's coming. Bad jokes. And as I said last week, you need to know what I go through a lot to do these bad jokes. I have to suffer bad jokes to find out the worst of the worst of the worst. Put them on my show. So, because I'm the king of bad puns, a man walks into a bar and ouch, that's not good enough for this show. That is not good enough for this show. There's no not jokes on this show because they're not good enough for this show. They are not. And welcome to who's ever just joined the show, or someone's just joined the old fun. So welcome aboard. You're about to hear the first of the bad puns. Now, my sister bet me 100 quid I couldn't build a car out of spaghetti. You should have seen a look in her face when I drove past her. I told you, these are the worst of the worst. I went to the zoo the other day, and all that was there was one dog, a very small dog. It was a Shih Tzu. You think it's small. What do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef. So these jokes are so funny that Roz is walking out of the room. She's left the building. She wants nothing to do with these bad puns. Nothing to do with these bad puns. My wife told me to start acting like a flamingo. I had to put my foot down. Flamingos have the. Why do birds fly south for the winter? It's too far to walk. No. Why do golfers, and this is the last one, no more after this one, suffering's enough. Suffering is enough. Why do golfers wear two pairs of pants? Just in case they get a hole in one. I know they don't deserve to be on the show. There you go. That's what they deserve, those bad jokes. Bad puns are out the way. Bad puns. No more. Finito. Done and dusted. So with the bad jokes out the way, with the terrible jokes out the way, you're asking me, aren't you? You're asking me what's what am I talking about today? Well, the answer is I don't know. I don't know. I thought I'd deal with you and decide what we're going to talk about. Now, I put the headline that the typo for the episode. The typo is strange things in my head because I do have weird things in my head. I have weird thoughts. I need to survive. Can't, I just can't. You know, people who know me, I have strange things. I read comics. I write Star Chasers. My own comic series that I've been talking about on air, reading out the story on air. It's the video before this one. Check it out. The prologue is just there, so you can watch it. Tell me what you think if you enjoyed it. There will be the second part of that story. Well, not it's technically the first part of the story will be coming out tomorrow. I'm filming it tomorrow. And would you believe this is behind the wall? That video may seem to be only 5 minutes long, but it isn't long. It's not long at all. Would you believe it took me about 3/4 an hour to an hour to film? I had so many outtakes when I was reading that. I'll be going along and I'm going, and I'll trip on the words. Oh, fuck's sake! Until I eventually got a video that I was happy with. And even then, after I posted it and watched it, I saw bits and pieces. Well, going, there was one little bit I deviated from the story where I actually mistaken the word, and it was right at the end. And I didn't want to do the whole thing again, so I sort of worked on the spot and reread it a little bit to make it sound better. But you could even find the spot I did the boo boo one, the boo boo, the boo boo. So, what else has been going on that we can bring up in discussion? Well, apart from flat Earth scenario, that sort of goes around every single time I do a show. We've got. I remember laughing. I may have mentioned this before. I found it very, very funny when Boris Trump in America became president. I thought, silly sod, America's going to go down the drain now and everything else. You can't go any, that's enough and everything else. But no, Trump's taking over, and books were coming out like the Queen found out he was coming over here, and she decided she wasn't going to be able to see him, and now we've got Boris Johnson's become Prime Minister. Now, to start with, when I actually heard all about this, and I found it extremely funny that all this was happening. That Boris Johnson always been to come across as a buffoon and everything else, and I thought we are England is like, oh, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I was talking to a friend of mine last week, about it, and he said he wants him to succeed. He actually wants him to do what's right. And as the conversation's gone on, it's and me. As I said before, I don't trust politicians. The problem with politicians is even those that start. Let's say, because I live in Exeter. Everyone knows that I live in Exeter, and although that know me, it's the politician that sort of runs Exeter, or whatever you want to call it. He may be really, really nice. He may have all the right ideals. He may have all the right plans to run it. And the problem is when you go up the chain, and the higher you get up, you start to become more corrupted. And the higher you get up, the more and more they get corrupted. And that's the problem. Because it doesn't matter if you vote for Labour. It doesn't matter if Labour gets in. It doesn't matter if Conservative gets in. It doesn't matter if Liberal gets in. They're all going to go the same way. The parties that they work for tries to twist things and turn things to their advantage. This is where a friend of mine that I was talking to last week, and he came up with the idea, and I thought it was a reasonably good idea if it could be done. So let's say Boris Johnson's in, he becomes Prime Minister. Now, at the moment, that would mean Conservative take over. Now, his thoughts were necessarily not like that. His thoughts were what they should do maybe is once Boris is in, he picks his own people to work with. They can pick them from the Labour, they can pick them from Conservative, they can pick them from Liberal, from the Start Raven Looney Party for all, as long as they're doing the job. And they would become an independent party within the Downing Street, or Parliament, we would call it. And the other parties cannot interfere whilst they're in. And they will stay there until, obviously, you get a new Prime Minister. In a circle, I suppose, with the Parliament. And the thing is, if any of these guys do anything wrong, whether it be falsifying payments, whether it be trying to get extra bonuses for not doing nothing, they're out. It doesn't matter what it is. As soon as they do something wrong, they are out. And they can go back to the original party, not a problem. But they get no bonuses, they get no holiday, and they're not let back in. And he thought that's a good way of doing things. And after I thought about it, I agree, it is a good way of doing things. Now, everything doesn't go to plan, obviously, and I doubt very much this will happen because the people, would from the country. And then we've got to talk about Brexit as well. This is one of the reasons that we're still in Europe, even though we wanted to go out, and there's been like 7 million votes to try and get us to stay in, even though we don't want to stay in, or the percentage doesn't want to stay in. It's because the European countries don't want us to go for a reason. Because when we leave, they will lose more than what we do. They value us more than what you may realise. And that will make things a lot better for us. Honestly, it will. It will. Now, that's my rant and rave about politicians out the way. Because I like my show to be made. So, as we go along, and we talk about the show, and what we're going. What else can we talk about? Well, again, I chose that title, Stranger Things. Let's talk about the shows I'm watching at the moment. Let's say TV shows I'm watching at the moment. Ross is coming to the building. You might even go, hello. You never know. Hello, people. Hey, see, Ross, the boss, is best. Why is she the boss? Because she said so. Honestly, she does. Any command she gives me, I do, with the exception of cooking dinner because I burn it. Jump off a cliff because I can't fly. Although technically, the definition of flying is to jump off a cliff and not hit the ground. If you can do that, then you're flying. I just and I ain't playing tag with a saber-toothed tiger. I'd hurt my hand, honestly. I'm getting weird looks off Ross. I am. She's like, what? She's missed a politicianal rave. She's missed all that. She's coming at the right time. She's giving the old. That's the look I'm getting from her. I'm getting this smile to say, if you keep on, you get slapped. That's what I'm getting now. So, yeah, I like pushing my luck. You know that. But yes, to answer going on, I've been recommended to watch a show called The Boys, which I'm going to watch. We'll probably watch that tomorrow. Why not today? Why not today? Because today, last week, it starts last week, I started watching a show called Another Life on Netflix. Brilliant show. I watched 2 episodes last week, thoroughly enjoyed it. I've been spending the afternoon today watching the rest of it. I'm 4 episodes left from finishing watching the thing. I'm like, that's it. Yeah, so I can recommend anyone who wants to watch that. I can recommend it. Some other shows on Netflix that I've been watching and can recommend. China Doll, very very funny. Very, very funny. But think about Groundhog with Groundhog Day, but a bit darker. Then you've got China Doll. OA, very difficult to describe, but it's very, very good. I fully recommend you watch that. That's 2 seasons in now, so you need to get quick starts. Stranger Things, obviously, season 3 came out a couple of weeks ago, and I binge watched that in one evening. Brilliant show. Brilliant show. And of course, I started watching on YouTube. Can't find it anywhere else. The cartoon I used to love watching about 4 or 5 years ago. I used to love watching this. Crash Canyon. A couple with their kids and the uncle is drive a car into a canyon in America. It's a cartoon, and it was only out for a couple of seasons. Trust me, it's funny. It's it's maybe not South Park class or Simpsons class, but it is funny. I recommend you watch it if you ever get a chance. No light for the curtain. Our trophy cat is there. Can't see. Look, let's give my look. Woo! You can't see because the light's too bright. But yes, and now shame there's no one watching the show with me because I like conversations that go back and forward with the people because you never know which way the conversation is going to go. I'm going to go. The hills are alive with my terrible singing, and that in my phone. Giving me an email, even though I thought I put it on silence. It can't be my phone. It was about my missus' phone, rotted phone, causing trouble. I might as well leave my phone on. Yes, yes. Okay, just to let people know, it's now become official as well. Eyes of the Dragon first official demonstration will be in September the 13th, the Royal Oak in Water. It's a link on my on the links on the Eyes of the Dragon Facebook page. If you look for it, you can find it there, or just give them a ring, give them a call, speak to Tracy for the tickets. And it's £10 for 2 hours. Trust me, £10 for 2 hours is nothing. And I'd love you to be there. I'd love anyone who watches this to be there if you want. All I ask is you come with an open mind. Come with an open mind. That's the best I can ask for. The best I can ask. La 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 la. Yes. Well, it's amazing to know this is. We're talking about British summer. How this week's gone. We've had lovely warm weather. We've had rain. We've had temperature of rain. We've had really hot sun. Now it's today. Amazing. I was expecting it to come down quite heavy today, but the weather's behaving itself. It is behaving. It all behave. Yes, it's behaving itself. So be, That's the break over and done with now. That is the break, and we're on to more serious stuff. More serious stuff. What film would you like to be remade? There's been so many films at the moment that's been remade. I'm talking about Disney films that started as cartoons that now come to live action films. I'm talking about Dumbo. I'm talking about the Lion King. I'm talking about Mulan coming out next year. The Jungle Book's been done. What other films, not necessarily Disney films, but what films would you like to see remade? You all know I listed a lot of one of my shows back in history. I did a top 10 films, and number one was Battle Beyond the Stars. I would love that film to be remade. I would love it made with modern technology. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. That's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Sorry, no, it's June. I was just about to go. That's not from Battle Beyond the Stars. I thought it was. That tune just came into my mind. Actually, Journey of the Sorcerer from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Another good TV series. Made a good film out of it, but the TV series is class. It's brilliant. I wouldn't mind a modern version of Close Encounters of the Third Kind. There you go. That's another film I'd love them to remake. Um, I've heard they're doing another episode of Ghostbusters has been filmed. That'll be interesting how that's going to go. There's another Police Academy film coming out soon. I really hope they don't muck it up. I loved the Police Academy films. I really did. And the films themselves were very, very funny. One was brilliant. Two was brilliant. Three was brilliant. Four was okay. Five was, could have been worse. Six was to take tiny stretched a bit too much. Personally, Mission Impossible was not anywhere good. And the thing is, some franchises have done this before, where they take the films too far, or it's been filmed in the wrong era. I'm a big fan of Eddie Murphy, and he was brilliant, especially in the 80s when he was doing Trading Places, when he was doing Coming to America, when he was doing Beverly Hills Cop. Beverly Hills Cop. Now, I was going to say a brilliant trio of films, but they weren't. It was very, very good. First one and second one were the best. Unfortunately, when they filmed the third one, it was filmed too long after the other two, and it wasn't as good. It could have been a lot. I just personally think that could have been a lot better. A lot. Can only get better. Apart from my singing will never get any better. It won't. It won't. You wouldn't believe I used to sing for a choir when I was a little kid. I didn't. I think I just sing for a choir. I look lovely, my churchy outfits and stuff. Yeah, I know. I know. And then I got older, my voice went. It's like, luckily, it didn't happen through mid tune. I mean, it would be lovely me standing in the choir going. Yeah, I know that would be clogged down. I have, I always remembered when my voice went, and I thought, oh, go, that didn't go and miss. Can you imagine that happening in Top of the Pops or Sunday choir thing where it's on TV and someone's voice just goes, oh, I don't, that would be, what, what else? What could be worse than that? What could be worse than that? The other day, this is funny. I was shopping in the major supermarket behind us, and this bloke walked in with a dog, and he was blind. He's like, and he walked in, and he put up and started going, what was it? And the manager walked in and said, "What are you doing?" And he went, "No, don't worry, I'm just browsing." Oh, that bad pun comes. Ask me where that pun comes from. It comes from somewhere. It comes from somewhere. It has to come from somewhere for me to come. My mind, my mind, my mind. Yeah. I'm sure I'll be annoying my missus later on because, like most people, when I'm listening to music on the PC, who else does this? You listen to the music on the PC, you're like, boom, 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 and then you start singing to the music. Now, there's certain tunes that I listen to. When I get rock, living on a prayer, Ghostbusters, even Ghostbusters. I can't help but sing along to the tune. Somebody told me. That's another one. Somebody told me you had a boyfriend that looked like a girlfriend when I was in February of last year. It's so confidential. I got potential. Yeah, you can't help but sing out loud. And my problem, Ross, she's watching TV. Watching TV. I'm like, Ross, you might want to pause that. I'm going to be singing in a minute. I'm going to be singing badly in a minute. And then she turns the volume up. And then I sort of go, what? You don't do it on purpose. You do not do it on purpose. The moment you're listening and you're singing along and they turn the volume up, you automatically go, no, no, I can do better than that. Until you're hitting supersonic level where people next door can feel the wall vibrating with your singing. You know, it's and then half the time you're singing the wrong word. Honestly, I was listening to Paul Abdul Straight Up, and I never knew that the words was actually I can't think of the word now. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, it's brilliant tune. I was listening to an alternate version of Tubular Bells the other day, a trance version of it. Ding, 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 ding. Dun, 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 dun. It chills me out. This trance version is crazy. Hooray! So if you ever get a chance to watch a trance version of things, go for it. Go for it. I changed the ringtone on my phone the other day. I got sometimes you got to change things. You know, I've changed my ringtone for my missus. It now plays Moonlight Shadow. Moonlight Shadow. And my main ringtone's now changed from I believe it's Children by Robert Miles was my original one. Now it's the Alan Parson Project doing Mama Gamma. You know. And the crowd goes, what is he on about? The crowd goes, what is he on about? This conversation's going backward and forward. You never know where it's going to end. I'll tell you. I'm going to tell you. So, on that note, it's a preaching a half hour mark. The show is preaching its half hour mark, which means the show's about to end. I'm going to have to say, I've got a chunk of him, but it's Tibidob's farewell, isn't it? Tibidob's farewell. I'm going to have to say goodbye. And those that are going to watch the show, I can't wait to hear from you, tell me what you think. So again, I'll say those words. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the show. If you enjoyed the show, hit the like button. And then if you're new to the channel and you want to see more, please hit that subscribe. Hit that subscribe because you never know what madness I'm coming out with. Sometimes it's top 10 films. Sometimes it's my books that I read. Star Chaser videos coming out, as you know. So, yeah, hit that subscribe. And when you want to know when it's coming out and we can tell you, hit that bell. Ding-a-ling-ling, ding-a-ling, ding-a-ling-a-ling. Hit that bell and it'll tell you when a video on one goes. Especially, it'll tell you when I'm going live. It'll tell you when I'm going live. And at last, but not least, as I say, please tell your friends about the show. Tell them how much you enjoy the show. Tell them about my bad jokes. Oh, I do not mind. Tell them about my bad jokes. And we'll see where we go from there. So, people up, my friends. This is Trev the Rev. And ain't no vicar. Signing off. Until next week. See you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.